Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all students are fit and fine. So, children, today we are going to continue chapter 4 Animal Kingdom, and the next phylum is the Aschelminthes, means roundworms. So, children, these are the examples of the roundworms: hookworm, ascaris. There are Encyclostomata, Vaucheria, all are the examples of Aschelminthes phylum. And the specific characteristic features which are present in the Aschelminthes is the thick cuticle and excretory tube to remove the body waste through the excretory pore, and the sexual dimorphism is present, means the male and the female is separate. And there are the body organization is organ type, the symmetry is bilateral, germinal epithelium layer is triploblastic, means ectoderm, endoderm and the mesoderm is also present. Coelom is pseudocoelom type, and the habitat is the aquatic and the terrestrial, free living and the parasitic condition. Digestive system is complete, but the respiratory and the circulatory system is absent. So, children, the development is the direct or the indirect, and the always internal fertilization is present in the Ascaris, Vaucheria, and Cyclostomata. Stoma. So, children, the next phylum we are going to proceed is the Annelida. Annelida means ringed or the segmented worms are present in the phylum Annelida. You can see the earthworm means Ferretima posthuma, leech means Hirudinaria, and the nereis means the sandworm. All are present in the Annelida group, and their body is segmented, means the metamorphism is present on their body. The cellular type not organization, there is organ system organization is present. After the organ system, their symmetry is the bilateral, and also the germinal layer is triploblastic. They are coelomate because the coelom is present, terrestrial, freshwater, marine, free living, and the parasitic condition is also present. The digestive system is complete, but the respiratory system has the branchial respiration, or we can say the cutaneous respiration, and the circulatory system is present and it is closed type. And the reproduction through the sexual mode, earthworm and the leech are the monoecious, and the nereis is the dioecious, and the development is indirect. So the unique feature of this phylum is the true segmentation, means the metamorphism. Longitudinal and the circular muscles help in the locomotion, and main organs of the locomotions are the setae or the parapodia, and the excretion by the nephridia. So children, the Ferretima, nereis are all the examples of the Annelida phylum. The next is the Arthropoda, which means the joint-legged animals, and the largest phylum that includes over two-thirds of all the named species. So children, in the Arthropoda, the organ system level of body organization, they have the bilateral symmetry, triploblastic, coelomate, and the cosmopolitan group is present, and the complete because they are present everywhere, in water, in air, everywhere, on land, everywhere. Gills, book gills or trachea, all are present. They have the open circulatory system and the mostly dioecious. Usually the internal fertilization is present and the oviparous in nature. Their development is direct or indirect. The jointed appendages, body has head, thorax, abdomen, chitinous cuticle, Malpighian tubes. The sense organs have the antenna, compound and the simple eyes and the statocystist. So, the children, the example of these are the spiders, crab, prawn, insects, scorpion, All are the examples of the phylum Arthropoda. So the next second largest phylum is Mollusca. As we know, mollusca have the body where the organ system level of organization is present, symmetry is bilateral, and the germ layer is the triploblastic. They have the coelomate, aquatic, and the few are terrestrial. The digestive system is complete, and the gills in the aqueous form and the pulmonary sac in the terrestrial form. They have the open type of circulatory system and the dioecious, always oviparous, but the development is direct or indirect type. Their body has the head, visceral mass, and the muscular foot is present. So, head has the sensory tentacles and the feathers like gills for the respiration and the excretion process. The calcareous shell means the mantle and the radula is present. This is the unique feature of the pila, loligo, octopus, sepia, dentalium, all are the examples of the phylum Mollusca. So children, the Echinodermata is the next phylum, means the spiny skinned animals. They have the radial symmetry, but in the larval stage they have the bilateral symmetry and the organ system type of body organization. They have triploblastic coelomate, exclusively marine, and the complete ventral mouth and the dorsal anus is present. So the reduced and the open type of circulatory system, and they have the body is covered with the spines. Head absent, calcareous endoskeleton is present. It is called the ossicles. And the water vascular system and the excretory system is absent. So children, the examples of the Echinodermata is the Echinocardium, Echinus, Asterius, Antedon, all are the examples. The next phylum is Hemichordata. Hemichordata have the organ system level of organization, bilateral symmetry, triploblastic, coelomate, and the digestive system is complete. They have mainly the marine animals, exclusively marine, and the respiratory system have the gills, the open type of the circulatory system, and the reproduction by the external fertilization process, and the development is indirect because they are dioecious. The unique feature of this phylum is the worm-like cylindrical body with the proboscis, collar, and the trunk. The collar bears the stomochord. So children, the excretion by the proboscis gland is also present. Balanoglossus is the example of this phylum. Next is the chordata. Children, we know it includes the animal with the notochord, dorsal tubular nerve cord, and the pharyngeal gill slits. So the notochord is the flexible rod located in the mid-dorsal line between the alimentary canal and the nerve cord in the embryo. So children, you can see the nerve cord, notochord, and the gill slit in this picture. And mainly the difference between the chordates and the non-chordates, that the notochord is found in the embryonic stage, but in the non-chordate it is absent. The central nervous system is dorsal and the hollow in the single, but in the non-chordate it is ventral and solid and double. The chordates have the pharyngeal gill slit present, but the non-chordate have absent. Ventral heart is present in chordates, but the dorsal heart, if present, it is the dorsal heart in the non-chordates. And the post-anal part means the tail is present in chordates, but tail is absent in the non-chordates. So children, there are the mainly three subphylum of the phylum Chordata. The first subphylum is the Urochordata, means tunicata. The second is the subphylum is Cephalochordata, and the third is subphylum is the Vertebrata. We can briefly discuss about the Vertebrata because it is the vast, very vast subphylum, and the subphylum Vertebrata again divided into two parts, Agnatha and Gnathostomata. Agnatha means jawless animals, and the Gnethostomata means having the jaws. So that the Agnatha is divided into only one class, Cyclostomata. But the Gnethostomata again divided into two superclasses, Pisces and the Tetrapoda. Pisces having the all the fishes are present in the Pisces group, and they bear the fins like the Chondrichthyes and the Ostrichthyes. And the next superclass Tetrapoda again divided into four classes. First is the amphibia, second reptilia, third is aves, and fourth is mammals. So children, the tetrapoda, now we are going to discuss about the tetrapoda, means the four legs are present, means tetra means four. So first is the amphibia. They live in the aquatic as well as terrestrial habitat and need water for the breeding process. The body has the head and trunk and have the very small tail. The moist skin without the scales, most have the two pair of limbs. Tympanum is present as the ear, and three chambered heart is present, two auricles are present, and one ventricle is present in toad or the frog. The children's next class is the reptilia. Reptilia have the dry and the cornified skin, epidermal scales or the scutes are present. The snakes and the lizards shed their scales as the skin cast, and the limbs have the two pairs if present. And the crawling mode of the locomotion is present. Tympanum represent as their ear. So these are the pictures of the superclass or we can say the class reptilia. The next class is the aves. Aves represent the feathers and the beak, and the forelimbs are modified into wings. The dry skin without the glands except the oil glands at the base of the tail, and the hind limbs have the scales and modified for the walking purpose, swimming purpose or the collapsing tree branches. Children, the long hollow pneumatic bones are also present, and the tympanum represent as the ear. And the last class is the mammalia. We know the presence of the mammary glands. Mammary means milk producing glands. The skin with the hair and two pair of limbs for the walking, running, climbing, burrowing, swimming or flying purpose. The external ears means the pinnas are present, four chambered heart is present, and they are the homeotherms, because four chambered heart means two auricle and two ventricles are present, and they can maintain their body temperature. So children, the well developed alimentary canal is present. Dentition is the heterodont, thecodont and the diphyodont. And there are respiration by the respiratory system and the we can say the lungs. Sexes are separated and the internal fertilization process is present. They are the viviparous except the echidna and the platypus. And the development is the direct type F. No larva stage is present. Okay. So hope children this topic is clear. Any query you can write in query box. Today you should write down the notes of this topic. After that you should complete the question answers of this chapter. Thank you children.